When I start filming, my doggy does not know how to act. Hello friends, what's up? In today's video, I actually took a solid hour to remove all of my lights from my filming room, all of my equipment from my filming room, and I put in this little corner in my house. If you guys have seen my apartment tour, then you will know what corner of the apartment this is in. And I moved everything here because I was getting so bored and so tired of the background that was in my last few videos. Like, it's just been the plain background and I'm just not with it anymore. So let me know if you guys like this or if like that's too distracting. And we're gonna do a really fun video. It's going to be me answering assumptions that you guys have about me. I asked a few days ago on my Instagram for you guys to send in the assumptions that you have about me, and let me just tell you, some of them are so savage is the word. Luckily, I'm not someone that gets offended and feelings hurt too fast, but I took screenshots of everything. And of course, the juiciest ones are the title of this video. So I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Double Duty Beauty, and this is a moisturizer. And then for my primer, I'm just gonna go in with my CoverGirl True Blend. Oh my god, I forgot the most important step. Okay, I don't think you guys know this about me, but every time before I start filming, I do this weird thing. I don't know if any other YouTuber does this, but every time before I start filming, I actually spray myself with some body mist or like a fragrance that I've been loving because yuck, tastes great. Ugh, no, it doesn't taste great, it tastes gross. But I spray myself with some perfume or some body mist because I guess it kind of helps me like prepare to talk to you guys. I feel like I'm like talking to people, so I have this big fear of having like BO, and I don't want to smell bad ever because I sweat a lot, and like even right now I'm sweating. Can you guys tell by my mustache area? I always spray myself before coming on camera because it just gets me prepared to start talking to you guys. It's weird. Anyways, this foundation is looking super yellow on camera, and I promise you guys it's not. It matches my skin perfectly. So I'm gonna try to make sure that I only answer the assumptions that I feel like you guys would most want me to answer. You are really childish yet matured. And this is a fact, actually. I've actually been told by people that I'm very mature and childish at the same time. I feel like in some parts of my life, I'm still like 16 years old, 17 years old because I'm still experiencing new things in life and I'm still a child in that aspect. And then there's other parts of my life which I feel like I'm like super mature and like super old for my age. Okay, the next assumption, this is one that surprisingly a lot of you guys gave me. It says, you have a boyfriend and will soon be getting engaged or nickified. This is the best way I can convince you guys that I'm not hiding a boyfriend, is because if I was hiding somebody or like I just didn't want to tell you guys, I would not talk about the topic. Because think of it logically, what person would want to be in a relationship with me if I like kept saying online that like I'm super single and like I don't want a man, but like in reality I'm taken? Like, that's just disrespectful to the guy. So if I was taken or if I was in a relationship and I just wasn't ready to tell you guys, I would not address it as much as I do. Just think of it like that. Like, why would someone want to be with me if I kept going on the internet and saying that I'm single or like I don't want to be in a relationship? You know what I mean? That's so disrespectful. I would never do that. The next assumption is that you don't like being single, but you are afraid to admit it. I got a lot of assumptions from people saying that like I'm secretly very salty that I'm not in a relationship, or that like I actually want to be in a relationship and I'm just afraid to admit that to the world so I can look like, you know, I'm like an independent girl, blah 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 blah. Or there's assumptions of people just saying like why are you so against men? People are just assuming that like I hate men. It's so weird because we tell women all this stuff about like, be happy if you're single, like you don't ever need a guy to justify where you are in life or to make you feel complete, and like just be happy where you are, and like when someone's right for you it will happen, and blah 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 blah, right? I'm doing that. Like, I'm doing what I was told and like what people are saying is the best for you, which is just don't be focused on like your entire life revolving around just a boy or a guy. I'm doing what I was told is best for me, but then I'm finding the girls who are doing that, people on the internet or like social media in general, then bash that girl for like being against men and like hating men, just being against the entire gender. Just because I say I'm happy being where I am, that means that I just hate the whole gender and I'm so against a relationship, and that's not it. Like, I'm just taking it day by day. I'm doing what I was told, which is just focus on me, focusing on my family. I'm going about my regular day life without stressing about like finding someone. I'm not against relationships. Like, hello, I want to be married and have kids. Like, I want a family, yeah. But I'm also not that desperate or like not that like crazy about having it that like I'm gonna lower my standards just go with anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that I am lonely being single or like I don't like being single. It's not that. I'm happy if I'm single and then I'm happy if I'm with somebody. I feel like either way you should be okay with your life. Yeah, everybody wants companionship and everybody wants that like feeling of love and being wanted and being taken care of. Yes, I agree with that. But like it's not to the point where like I cry about it or I feel incomplete or anything like that. I'm just working on myself, working on my work, and then when it's meant to happen, it will happen. And I am not that person that's gonna throw it away. I promise you guys. And I do not hate men. I don't hate men. Like, I just know certain things because I was raised with two brothers. I do think a certain way about men, but it's not anything that I feel like will ever stop me or like I will ruin my future relationships. Did I explain that right? I don't know if I did. This assumption is good because it's actually very true. The next assumption is that you like being sick, and this is a fact. I love being sick mainly because I like being able to complain, and I know that doesn't sound good at all. I'm a whiner. If you guys haven't noticed this, if you follow me on my Instagram, I mean, yeah, on my Instagram or even my vlogging channel, I feel like if you follow me there, you guys are gonna know that I am a complainer for sure. I admit that. So when I'm sick, I feel like I am entitled to complaining. You try to be most honest, but you can't. This is a fact. I am a very blunt person. Not blunt. Yeah, blunt, I guess, okay? Which means that if I like you, you know that I like you, but if I don't like you, you know that I don't like you also. I definitely try to be as honest as I can, but there are situations and there are certain times where I can't be as honest as I want to be because I have to think of it as like, okay, like let's say for example, like my best friend, if I want to tell her something, I have to like think a few times. I tell people how I feel, but then I also have to think and remember that they have feelings too. So like sometimes I just want to be blunt and say something, could be rude, could be like whatever, but then I always stop myself and like think like, okay, do I really need to say it? It's gonna hurt their feelings. And if it's somebody that's in my life that I really enjoy having in my life, I'm not gonna go out of my way and like hurt their feelings just because I want to be honest and tell them a certain thing that like could ruin their day. And even if I can't, you just got to find a nicer way to say it. There's always a way to say things that, and you don't always have to be rude about it. You can always find a way to say something nice to somebody. You're part of that 1% of the population who's never watched an episode of GOT, and I'm pretty sure because I checked the hashtag, GOT is Game of Thrones, and I have never seen an episode of Game of Thrones. I don't even know what Game of Thrones is about. Like if I had to guess, I would just guess it's about someone fighting. Game of Thrones, so I'm assuming it's people are fighting to be king or queen or in control. Tell me if I'm wrong, tell me if I'm right. I haven't ever seen it, and honestly I don't ever plan on watching it because it's not something that interests me. You wear wigs to brown parties so that aunties won't judge you. This is incorrect. I wear wigs to parties and desi get-togethers because you guys, red hair does not go well with any of our desi clothing. Unless I'm wearing like the color white, it doesn't go well with a lot of our desi clothing, and so it makes my life a lot easier and I feel a lot prettier if I am wearing a wig, like my brown wig, because our desi clothing they're so colorful. We have so much color and so much embroidery and so much work going on in the clothing that we have that there's no point in me wearing another color, which will be my red hair. It just doesn't go, it doesn't fit together, so it makes my life so much easier if I just wear my brown wig. All of the family friends that we have are super sweet and nice. I don't think any of them judge me, and like the last thing that ever is on my mind that is the judgment of other people. 1/3 of my followers, you guys, seem to think that I am a lesbian and I like girls, but just because I don't post pictures with boys doesn't mean that I'm into girls. See, okay, the assumption was that you are actually into girls, but you will never admit that because of your religion. No, I'm not into girls. I definitely am a girl's girl, and I can appreciate a really pretty girl and like think she's so pretty and blah blah blah, girl crush. But I'm just not into girls like that. You guys can think I am, go ahead, but I like men. I have never been attracted to a girl in that way, okay? You hate it when people stand too close to you in line, and then in brackets they put, it makes me cringe, like it makes them cringe. And this is so true. I feel like I mentioned this in a vlog one time. I get so irritated when people stand in a line too close to me. Like if I can hear you right here in my ear, you're standing too close to me, buddy. Like it makes me so irritated. I don't handle irritation and anger like the best. So every time that happens, and if somebody is standing too close to me, my automatic reaction is to like tense up, and I keep my elbow very close to me. So if I don't like people touching me. I don't like people touching me. I don't like people coming from behind and poking me. I don't like it. I don't like being touched by strangers at all. Like I don't. If someone does it, I'm not gonna fight them. Like if it's like someone I know didn't do it on purpose, or like, you know. But like if you know you're standing in line and you're right behind me, like it's just something that bothers me so much. And like my automatic reaction is like, if this person knocks into me, I'm gonna push them back. I just feel like it's common courtesy to not stand so close to somebody else, because you don't know how other people like their boundaries. This one's so funny. So this one is kind of religious, kind of coconut, I don't know. And this is so true. I'm kind of religious. I'm also kind of a coconut, and I don't know. It's funny because a lot of the questions and stuff that I got are of people asking me about like religious views and how many times I pray a day. All these like questions about religion, and like I'm not gonna answer them because number one, do you guys come on the internet and tell the whole world how much you pray and how much you think about God and how your relationship with God is? You don't. So why would you guys expect me to come on here and talk about something that you guys just want to know so you can ridicule me and what I do? It's like a lot of people feel entitled to know, because I guess obviously it comes with the territory, I know, of being on social media. People feel entitled to know certain things about my life, but it's like, if you wouldn't share it on the internet, why do you want me to share it on the internet? For all you guys know, I could pray 5 times a day. You just wouldn't ever know. Bumping off right off of that topic, we're gonna go into the next assumption, and I got this one a lot too, and I actually had to address this on my Instagram a few days ago, and that is, you are ashamed of being Pakistani. And I don't know where anyone ever got that idea. Let me just tell you, I started Instagram, and I started doing this in like 2013, when Instagram like first started becoming somewhat popular, and I've had the Pakistani flag in my bio on Instagram, because I started on Instagram first. Ever since, like I've always had the Pakistan flag in my bio. So please tell me, if somebody is ashamed to be a certain ethnicity or to be from a certain culture, why would they put that in their Instagram bio? There's no part of me that is ashamed about being Pakistani. I tell everybody the first time I meet them, if they ask me like, where's my name from, or like, where am I from, I tell them I'm from Pakistan, and then I tell them I was actually born in Pakistan and I immigrated to Canada when I was 4 years old, so I wasn't even born here. There is no bone in my body that is ashamed. I will yell that shit from the rooftops. I think people get it twisted because I talk about how I don't like certain people's mentality, and that is different. I'm not bashing my country. I am just telling and talking about the way certain Desi people act. Another assumption is that I'm very tall. I'm actually average height. I am 5'5". Instagram pictures make me look tall, and then I feel like YouTube videos make me look short. So no, I'm just average height. I am 5'5". I probably weigh about like I actually lost a lot of weight. I've lost about 10, no, since like December, I've probably lost like a total of 15-ish pounds, give or take. If you guys follow me on my vlog channel, I always do updates over there and I tell you guys what I'm doing. I'm also going to be hosting another fat loss challenge soon, so to make sure that you guys are following my Instagram for that. Okay, I feel like this video is getting super long, so I'm going to quickly get through this. I don't want this video to be super long for you guys. You don't get along with Sana as much as you do with your brothers, and if you guys don't know, Sana is my sister-in-law. I think a lot of people, because they don't see my sister-in-law in my videos as much anymore, they think that I don't get along with her, but I am totally fine with my sister-in-law, you guys. We talk every day. When I go to my house, she's in my vlogs there. We are totes fine. I am not someone that has patience for a stupid cut crease. This is good enough. This one video made me realize how many of the people that follow me actually probably hate me and just watch me because they actually hate me. Because some of you guys think like the worst of me, honestly. You're not enjoying yourself living in your apartment and you want to go and move back home. I don't regret moving out at all. In terms of like wanting to move back home, I think I do. Like I think I want to move back home. I don't know. I feel like I did it. Whatever. It's cool. I'm actually renting this place. It's not a place I bought myself. And my goal this year is to actually buy my own place, like get my own place. And I feel like I can, inshallah, hopefully be able to do that. My like time for this place is up in the summertime. I don't think I'm gonna renew it. I think I will move back home because renting is just a waste of money for me and there's no need, and I already got him out of my system. And if I want to buy my own place and like get my own house, then I can do that, and I can be back at home and live with my parents and just be how we normally used to be as one big happy family. So like I feel like we can go back to that for a little bit until I actually am able to purchase my own place, and then inshallah when I can do that, that is when I will move out next. Next assumption is a really good one, and this one makes me happy every time I read this one, and that assumption reads, you have a good relationship with your parents, especially your dad. I have a great relationship with my parents and my like my family in general, and we've been like this like even before YouTube and Instagram. We've all always like the way you guys see us on our vlog channel, on my vlogging channel, on their channels, because you know my entire family has a channel. The way that you guys see us interact on our channels is the way that we've always interacted. So it makes me really happy when you guys tell me that like that you can see that I have a great relationship with my family, or like you love the way that we are in general, because it makes me feel like I'm doing some kind of right in this world. Sometimes I break down and I have bad days. Once again, I keep talking about my vlog channel because I'm more raw and like uncut over there. You guys see me having breakdowns sometimes and I just look like a mess because sometimes I don't know if I'm doing the right thing for my life. Like, you know, you just always have that little bit of anxiety of like, you don't know if you're doing the right thing that you're supposed to be doing. But the one thing that you guys make me feel like I am doing right in this life is the way I am with my family. I used to always curl my lashes after I put falsies on, and then I stopped, and I don't know why. It just makes your lashes look so good. Your entire universe revolves around your parents, and I adore that about you. Thank you so much. I don't think it's hard for people to tell that my entire universe revolves around my family. Let me just say that I was somebody that thought, like, I thought I'd be married by 23 and have kids by like 25. It's not something I planned, but I just assumed that's what would happen. And let me just say I'm happy it didn't play out like that, because I am so more mature now. Like, I feel now like whatever relationship or whatever I'm gonna have in the future is gonna be like, I can handle that, and I think I'm gonna kill it. Okay, we're gonna finish this off. I know this video is so long, I apologize. Okay, last one, since this is such a huge topic for everybody, is that you don't think that you'll ever find anyone who meets your standards, and that terrifies you. I sometimes think about that, but then I also think about how my standards are not something that are unachievable. Like, having the standards of having someone loyal and be like a good family person, that's the only two things that I'm looking for right now. Honestly, at this point, it's not that I'm even looking for someone that's gonna meet my needs. I have to think about the future, which, as weird to say, and it could scare certain people off, but like, if you're somebody that you know, like if your next relationship or whatever is gonna be marriage or like kids, you can't just think about yourself. You have to think about like, okay, if you're a girl and you meet this guy and like whatever, you want to like pursue something with this guy, you now have to think about not only is he gonna be good for you and if he's gonna be able to take care of you somewhat, and you obviously take care of him, but you also need to now see if he has some qualities that you would love your children to see. You have to now see that, is this person, okay, forget about me, because like, what is this gonna be, puppy love, the honeymoon stage? I don't know how long the honeymoon stage lasts or whatever, like a few years, 5 years, 6 years, but then at the end of the day, whatever, like way down the line, if you guys, like, obviously putting that kind of pressure on someone you just met is kind of ridiculous, but like just mentally thinking about, is this person gonna be like a good father? Because if you want to have kids, that's kind of what you need, because your whole relationship kind of changes when you have a kid. It's not only about you two anymore, it's about the child. The standards that I have are like are not the same that I used to have when I was like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, even like 22. They've changed a lot because now it's like the real deal. Now I have to think about not just myself, but my future kids, my family, as in like my parents, my brothers. You know what I mean? Like our family keeps growing. My standards have went from like someone that looks like a model and like has like a chiseled 8-pack, all those like materialistic things, to now somebody that's just like loyal and like makes me laugh. Someone that can just like be around when you need them to be. And I don't think those two things are something that should be hard to find. You know, when people say, well, your standards are too high. Like, no. My standards is that I want someone that's going to be loyal and that's going to stick around with me and potentially be a good father to my children way down the line. And like, I don't think that's too much to ask for. You know what I mean? I hope I answered like the assumptions that you guys wanted me to answer. Let me know what you think about this new setup. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my entire family, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!